Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Spoop. I'm your host, Don, and today we are continuing our series on It. Welcome to Derry, with Season 1, Episode 2 having dropped on Halloween Day. So let's go ahead and talk about it. I'm going to go ahead and drop a spoiler warning because I riff these. So there is the distinct possibility I might say something that could be considered to be a spoiler, especially because I have to talk about the ending of the previous episode, which is definitely a spoiler if you haven't seen the previous episode. So in this episode, we are following Lily as she deals with the fallout of the events at the end of the last episode, that being three children getting brutally murdered in the movie theater, and how the movie theater usher, I guess, or I don't think he's the owner, but the guy, the dad of the girl that let them into the theater in the previous episode, is essentially being fingered for murdering four children, even though Lily very clearly knows that it was not him. And she's trying to explain to the cops that she knows it wasn't him without saying anything that sounds too crazy. Because as we learned previously, Lily has spent time in an insane asylum because of the horrendous death of her father. And so that's kind of the A plot that we have going on. The B plot we have going on swings back over to the Hanlon, Major Hanlon, and his family having now arrived, and him finding out more about kind of what's going on at the military base, which I'm fairly certain I'm going to go ahead and predict now, but the military is trying to find a way to use Pennywise as a weapon, and they're hoping that Major Hanlon, who apparently has a damaged amygdala from his time in a POW camp, and cannot feel fear, apparently, will be like the secret weapon that they need against Pennywise. Finally, the part that I'm most happy and excited about is we get a direct reference to The Shining in this, in that Dick Halloran, who was the cook, in The Shining, that has the shine and was able to communicate with Danny over long distances. And in the movie, he gets axed in the back and dies. In the book, he does not, but that's beside the point. Is in Derry as a member of, he's an airman, and he's using his psychic powers there to help them with whatever they're trying to do. So overall, oh, and then we had some good spookinesses in this one. The forms that Pennywise took in this feel a lot more organic than what we saw in the previous episode, in that Lily's dad died in a horrible pickling accident, and she encounters a monster made out of pickles, and that makes perfect sense, and it is very creepy to look at. And then the just overall, the monsters that we see in this, the forms that Pennywise takes, make way more sense than the two-headed flying fetus that we had in the previous episode. So I'm happy with everything. Everything, my one real big complaint from the previous episode has kind of been allayed. So that makes me happy. I'm very excited to see the next episode. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help us to build this community. And yeah. Okay, thanks. Bye.